I'm Laura Heinz from Texas Tech University in Lubbock, Texas. I chose Judy Blume's Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. I read this book when I was the same age as the girls in this book, and then many years later had my own daughters read it, and they loved it just as much as I did. Three things happened the first week in November. Laura Danker wore a sweater to school for the first time. Mr. Benedict's eyes almost popped out of his head. Actually, I didn't notice Mr. Benedict's eyes, but Nancy told me. Freddie the lobster noticed too. He asked me, "How come you don't look like that in the sweater, Margaret?" Then he laughed hard and slapped his leg. Very funny, I thought. I wore sweaters every day since I had so many of them, all made especially for me by Grandma. Even if I stuffed my bra with socks, I still wouldn't look the same as Laura Danker. I wondered if it was true that she went behind the A&P with Evan and Moose. Why would she do a stupid thing like that? What reminded me of Moose was that he cut our grass and cleaned up our leaves and said he'd be back in the spring. So unless I bumped into him at Nancy's house, I wouldn't see him all winter. Not that he even knew I existed. I'd had to hide from him ever since that we must incident. But I watched him secretly from my bedroom window. The second thing that happened was that I went to church with Jamie Loomis. Jamie and I had gotten pretty friendly. We were especially friendly in gym because Ruth, the girl who was second in line, was absent a lot, so Jamie and I got to talk, and once I came right out and asked her if she went to church. "When I have to," she said. So I asked her if I could go with her sometime just to see what it was like, and she said, "Sure, how about Sunday?" So I went. The funniest thing was it was just like temple, except that it was all in English. But we read from a prayer book that didn't make sense, and the minister gave a sermon I couldn't follow, and I counted 8 black hats, 4 red ones, 6 blue, and 2 fur. At the end of the service, everyone sang a hymn. Then we stood on line to shake hands with the minister. By then, I was a pro at it. Jamie introduced me. "This is my friend, Margaret Simon. She has no religion." I almost fainted. What did Jamie have to go and say that for? The minister looked at me like I was a freak. Then he smiled with an aha, maybe I'll win her look. "Welcome to the First Presbyterian Church, Margaret. I hope you'll come back again." "Thank you," I said. "Are you there, God?" "It's me, Margaret. I've been to church. I didn't feel anything special in there, God, even though I wanted to. I'm sure it had nothing to do with you. Next time, I'll try harder."